Hello everyone! Welcome back to our channel. We hope you're doing great. We have some excellent news indeed. Extremely good news and some not so great news at the end to share with you today. Well, in this episode, we'll share a piece of recent news and give updates on US immigration. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe. And don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. The first information we have to share with you concerns Washington State's decision to provide illegal immigrants with health insurance under the Affordable Care Act. It'll start in 2023, and it's a major thing since Washington State was able to get a waiver accepted by the Biden administration now that it is legal. Washington will provide its people who are illegal immigrants with health insurance coverage. As a result, Washington made the state based on what they perceived to be disparities in their system. They have decided to now include unauthorized immigrants in their coverage. Second, wonderful news on changes to the naturalization test. The government has acknowledged that the test can be improved, therefore, they will launch a fresh 5-month trial in the next year to make certain improvements to the civics and English-speaking portions of the test. We believe they are attempting to standardize it, so we'll watch how that goes. If the trial is successful, they will then make the test and the adjustments official. Moving on, the next, H-2B visas. The Department of Homeland Security and DOL Department of Labor will make 64,000 more H-2B temporary non-agricultural worker visas available in the fiscal year 2023. This is great news for companies looking to hire more workers because, as you may know, there is a labor shortage in America. As a result, there are now more opportunities to bring people in to support the country's economy. Next, we have fantastic news regarding immigrant visas. As you may recall, during the Trump administration and the pandemic, the number of immigrant visas that U.S. embassies around the world would issue significantly decreased. This is why it is wonderful to see that, as of last year or during the fiscal year 2022, 500,000 permanent visas were issued to immigrants, which represents a significant improvement. Now, do American embassies still have a backlog of cases? Undoubtedly, there is still a backlog in many locations, but in certain other nations, the number of visas issued has significantly increased. As a result, it is wonderful to hear that more individuals are obtaining visas to visit the U.S. and be with their families. Coming on public charge. There will be new public charge questions on the new green card application starting on December 23, 2022, which is only a few days after the I-485 form to alter the status for those of you who are already in the U.S. and are eligible to receive a green card here. Because this is not at all what those inquiries are about, do not panic or assume that the Trump public charge has returned. Under the new system, you will be regarded as a public charge if you are likely to require assistance from the U.S. government in the future, as demonstrated by the fact that you have previously received cash assistance or long-term institutional care or benefits. The government has gone back to the older definition of public charge and improved the rules. It will be a little more difficult to obtain a green card in this country if you have received government cash support or long-term institutionalization benefits. If you have received these types of benefits, you will be deemed a public charge. Despite this, you can still overcome the obstacles. In addition to asking you about your income, assets, pet, certifications, and degrees, the new application also includes these questions. They want to know all of these things, but in reality, all they want to know is if you've gotten any cash benefits, financial assistance, or the long-term care benefit we mentioned. If you have, you'll need to provide them with the necessary papers to confirm that you have. You don't need to submit a ton of documentation regarding your income, assets, debt, and other such facts, only how much you received in those kinds of specifics. That's what's happening. So starting on December 23, 2022, you must submit to them the new green card application that contains these public charge questions. They simply want to know a few figures. All right. Finally, the Biden administration. This is important since the Biden administration is aiming to reduce the number of migrants who would be eligible to apply for asylum at the border. Yet at the same time, they want to make it possible for individuals to apply for asylum when they are back in their country rather than only at the border. The fact that they don't want a lot of people to show up at the borders anymore, knowing that there is a significant problem with that at the moment, indicates that they are putting together a new plan. We haven't seen the specifics of this new framework, though. Now, let us tell you the bad news. The bipartisan Senate talks that took place over the past week and a half or so were unfortunate because they lacked the 60 votes necessary to pass. The ideas they proposed would have given Dreamers a more secure legal status in the United States and increased funding for border security. According to the news reports from Legislative Aid, even though there is a lot of disappointment concerning these bipartisan talks because they were unable to accomplish their goals before the year ended, they are looking to revive this in the next Congress, and we should pay attention. That is all we have for today in this episode. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire episode. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next episode. Till then, take care.